Good afternoon, here for a Mayor's Report on Wednesday, September 15th. As I talked about last week, I'm trying to highlight different Dublin businesses each week with my Mayor's Report in addition to giving the city update. But this week, because of the exciting news that's come out of the Dublin Unified School District, I'm standing in the school district boardroom and we've got Dr. Hankey who's going to be joining us to talk about the wonderful gains that have been made district-wide with test scores. One update I did want to give real briefly is I had the honor last night here in this very boardroom to swear in the newest board trustee, Amy Miller. Many of you might know Amy from the wonderful job she's done at DPI over the years and is an active parent, and I know she's going to be a great board member, and I wanted to congratulate her. But I want to bring upon Dr. Hankey, who's here with us. Dr. Hankey,
how you doing, Tim?
District made great strides with the API scores all across the district from last year's STAR test, so I thought maybe if you wanted to give an update to the community about the success of the district.
Well, I appreciate it very much. I'd really like to do that, and thanks for having me. The school district did post the best scores that we have posted in many, many years. We actually had higher gains than any other school district in the Tri-County area. As a matter of fact, we were second highest in all of Alameda County. Those gains are a true testimony to the hard work of our teachers, support staff, our principals and leaders, and as well as our parents. We are looking at gains that were, as a school district, more than 20 points, very high scoring. For our high school especially, a 24-point gain, actually 70 points in the last couple of years. Highest gain this year was Wells Middle School with a 49-point gain, but in reality gains at virtually every one of our schools. We're especially proud of that and think that this is just a sign of things to come. You know, this really is not about a particular test on a particular day. This is about having a plan, implementing that plan, and having that plan work for us. We're very excited, thrilled with those scores, and look for this to be signs of the future as well.
Great. Thank you very much. And I mean, I know sometimes it's a cliche, but we always say all great cities have great schools. And I think in Dublin that's been borne out by we've always known that anyway because of the programs and the people involved and the pride that goes into it. But I think the test scores and the data reflects just that the Dublin Unified School District is not only on the rise, it's definitely achieved excellence and is going to continue achieving excellence. So on behalf of the city, I want to congratulate the students and the teachers and everyone who worked on making it such a success. That makes me real proud at my other capacity as a district employee and also as mayor for the city. I want to give a couple quick updates. No council meeting this week, but I want to give probably the biggest update I want to give is with police services. Some big news coming out of there. We have a new police chief, Tom McCarthy, who just started in the past week. I want to commend Casey Nice, our chief, who's been chief for the last year and a half. You might remember Casey took over for Gary Tooman, who was chief for 11 years. Gary Tooman became the undersheriff under the current sheriff. He retired, and now Casey Nice, who's been our chief, has moved up to the undersheriff capacity. Casey did a wonderful job in the last year and a half. I really want to commend him, even though it was just a short period of time. I think number one, Dublin remains a safe community. All the crime stats bear that out. You know, very low crime rates, due a lot to his leadership and the great work of the department. I think especially I want to recognize them in the face of budget constraints and the fact that they've been able to do this while staying under budget and maintaining costs while still providing a high level of service. Also, the chief instituted Coffee with the Chief, which I thought was an innovative program where residents and community members could just sit down, have a cup of coffee, and find out a little bit more about what's going on in terms of crime trends in the police department, and that was something that he instituted that we're going to continue to follow up with. And then during the holiday season, the crime suppression units that we had in place, but specifically the substation at Hacienda Crossing, and we actually saw a lower crime rate during the holiday season, which typically sometimes sees a higher crime rate. We actually saw a lower crime rate. I think it was because of some of the innovative policing and also the multifamily programs that we've done, getting the police departments directly working with the multifamily complexes where sometimes you have some of the issues and crime has remained low. And I know that Tom McCarthy, who originally worked in Dublin, has a lot of experience, is going to maintain a lot of those same policies, and he also has a real big community-based policing focus, really wants to grow the Neighborhood Watch program, shares that goal with the council, so I know he's going to do a great job in his role as chief. Also want to commend Councilmember Kevin Hart, who has officially completed his commander school and is a commander within the sheriff's office, so it's great to have him. What an asset he is on the council. The other update that you might have seen out in the eastern part of our city is partnering with East Bay Regional Parks as they're purchasing a piece of land in Doolin Canyon for an open space trail network within East Dublin. You might remember how excited I was with the Dublin Hills Regional Park and the open space trail network in the west. It's always been a goal of mine to have one in the east as well, and we're going to have that with this new park. We've been partnering with them. I'm going to approve that at the Altamont committee, which looks at some of the funding sources. I'm going to be supportive of that. Dublin is supportive of their goals, and having that maintain an open space buffer between Dublin and Livermore, and letting residents take advantage of that trail network on the eastern edge of our city to go with the current one on the west. So it's another exciting development, and I'm happy to be a part of that. So that's my report for today, Wednesday, September 15th.